Good morning, and welcome to Tuesday. It's another day with Delenn Russell. Today is one of the To-Do Tuesdays, which we use for doing, Apparently I have a shortcut to get to another channel and didn't realize it. Okay, in any case, today is the day that we usually use for the generic to-dos and little tasks around the base. So we're going to be doing some gathering today and looking to find ourselves some more copper, because I have a project in mind for another big bust statue that I'm going to need a bunch of copper for and do not have the supplies at the moment. So that's the main target for today. Let's see, do I have... I thought I just dumped my random... Okay, I'm going to shut that down. Just give me a second. Let's see, T. Alright. Where did I put... Give me 1 second, I will be right back. Alrighty, that should be back. Sorry for all the free-for-all. Just making sure that everything is going out the way it's supposed to before I see everything. Aha. There we go. Okay.
Hello there.
Advanced, and then we should be out of here. Where is that? Good. So, it should be just me. Just me. So good day, Spring Purse. Good to see you here. Yeah, it's very busted. Basically, the long story made short is the what is here? Well, the chat one works, but the on-screen one is kind of gibbled because chat. What's the word? The bot I'm using has two different variables. One, it just grabs a username from an input piece. The other one tries to make it universal to be able to use the new format of the Twitch shoutout, which of course Murphy's Law has completely different variables. You know, that's annoying, but the way life works. Let's see, what do we have in here? Do I have... I don't know if I even put the right stuff in here. So what I'm going to be looking for today is we're going to be going mining, so I'm going to need another one of those. Keep it away from that one, because it's going to mess with my, what's the word? Mess with my, it's going to mess with the ender chest there, that's what I'm trying to say. Blah, blah, blah. Can't talk straight. Okay, I'm not going to need the fish at the moment. Sure, I'll put one of those out. That should do it. Alrighty. Get this out of the road. Still not what I wanted. I Let's see how many shulkers. Okay. That should be enough, but I have had, there we go, had a bazillion crafting tables and didn't put them all in. You can see you, oh. He did, but I don't think he's actually around at the moment. Oh, right. He did redeem first, but let's see. Users. Nope, he hasn't been around the last couple of days, so that's no big deal. We'll see him soon. Right. What do we have here? Good. Okay, just the people I expect. So I have shut down the chitter chatter that we had last week. I'm still going to be using it, but it'll be in my ear, so if I forget to repeat something out loud that would make more sense, feel free to go, huh? I don't get it. So that's fine. Okay, that should... Oh, I guess I might want a couple more pickaxes, right? That would be sensible. Do I have extras here? No. Do I have any cash? Emerald cash. Oops. Negatory. That's interesting. Okay. They usually do. What if we put them in the trading hall? Once we get rolling, I do have a story to tell you about my weekend and partly why I'm so spaced. But, at the moment, let's just get things... Oh! Alrighty. Well, that's going to be a bit of a pain. I have to back up and do a little bit of running around to get things going, but that's okay. We can get on the road pretty soon. And I know I'm going to want a different hunt, because it'll be in the nether. No, I'm not going to be in the nether. I'm cool. I need different stuff. My brain is thinking two different things at once, because I had two different ideas of what I was going to do today. Did I not? I didn't grab those. Let's put those away. I'm still going to want pickaxes. Okay. Let's take that. Options, sounds. Come on. Where did? There we go. When I play on my own, I use a different input than when I'm streaming, so that way I can monitor through what you guys are hearing. But then, of course, if I forget to turn it off, my defaults, when I'm playing on my own, then the stream starts to echo, which is no good for anybody. Alright, so let's just get ourselves a couple of pickaxes and then get out of here. They won't be the greatest ones, but they will do what we need. That's the key, right? Now I should probably take a pickaxe, or not pickaxe, sorry, oh, you, come back here. Hey, you. I hate it when that happens. Dude. Okay, fine. Ooh, 20 after 6, that's not common. So I've got in the mini-map in the corner, I've got a, what do you call it? A 12-hour clock for the game. It's, of course, artificial. But it's funny because normally it won't let me actually sleep until about 6:30 in the evening in the game. But that one let me sleep a little earlier, which is unusual. Good, but unusual. Let's convert all this to emeralds and then just buy as many picks as we can get for that. And I'm going to need, actually probably not as many picks as we can get, because it just occurred to me I'm going to want as many Silk Touch books as I can get for that. And I know it's going to be disposable, but can't win them all, right? Okay. We're not at the point we're going to renew yet. I hope so. We have to see, because I'm probably going to have to buy wax after that, just because my wax supplies are quite low, and my bee farm was an absolute fail, so it's not a huge deal that I have to do that. It's just, it needs doing. Let's see, looting, mending, no, that's mending. You're not the cheapest Silk Touch guy, you are. Okay, I've got 2. So I'm gonna get 2 books. If I want more than that, then I'm gonna need a bookshelf. And you can be my bookshelf guy today. Alright. Let's just punch this bookshelf. Perfect. Save those just in case. And let's see, have they reloaded yet? I think so. So yeah, the next project up that I alluded to loosely is I'm going to be doing another super tall statue. Kind of like the last one, but this next super tall statue is going to be Agatha Christie's Detective Hercule Poirot, which means that it's going to be once again big and need a lot of materials. But I didn't want to do it out of the same stuff as before. Okay, you have something useful. What's this? Efficiency 2. What's this? Efficiency 2, more expensive. You have an issue, buddy. And this one, efficiency 1. Okay. There's 3 there. And you may repair by the time I get... Yeah, there we go. Come on. Okay, so this is 5. That's a 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get 5 bucks. That's fine. Does the 5 have... Oh, nope. I'm going to need one more, bookcase. Hey, buddy. Give me a bookcase. Oh, haha, it's not gonna work. Forget it. Forget it. Okay, let's start here. 2. This one. I know this is not the world's most efficient way of putting things on stuff, and I'm definitely gonna need okay. Beacon. I can't even think today. Okay, let's try this one more time. I just said I didn't need fish, didn't I? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Where'd you go? I need cats. Come here. I've already bred. Mine. Ooh, spring purse. Congratulations. So, spring purse. I'm assuming that you would like a sound clip. Which particular sound clip would you like? Because I can easily make it so it's only yours. It might even be faster than you expect. Ooh, sheep cat. So you, my fine friend, can follow me. Oh. Actually, before we do that, I need a name tag. Let's just do the name tag over here. Need a name tag. There, now you can come with me. So, spring purse, what would you like as your command? You still want that to be yours? Okay, can do. Okay, kitty, come with me to a safe spot, and then we will set that up. That particular one, because it's already in the system, makes it really easy for me to just limit who it's available to, and yeah, and then tag it for spring purse. Easy as pie. Okay. So first off, which name is up next? 8 Danish Modern. That's kind of cool for the cat. Okay, so we've got this one. So that one's going to become the cat who 8 Danish Modern. Alright. And let's just take that one down. Ooh, and I didn't hear anything. That's not good. Are you guys not getting game sounds this morning? Wonder why I don't have game sounds. Well, you are. I guess I just didn't hear that one coming down. I may have it too low for myself. Oh, good. Alrighty. So, and faintly, okay. Once again, the music faintly part has to do with the game being stupid, not game, sorry, Spotify being stupid and not actually having an auto leveler volume across all its playlists. So if I choose a different one than I had the last time, then it's not going to work. Okay, you are, sit. Hey, you're a pain. Sit, I said. And you now become 8 Danish Modern. There you go. Alright, now you can get off the thing. Come on. I have no idea where the other cats are. They should be around here somewhere. There's supposed to be 3 of them. Either that or they got killed, and I have no idea how. Oh, nope, there they are. They're all hanging out. Must have made them sit down for some reason or other. Alright, so let's just quickly... This is kind of dark. Let's just quickly hang out in the light for a second. And we're going to set this up. Okay, so it was... the rejoicing one, right? And there was much rejoicing? Oh, right. That's under sound clips. Much rejoicing. Okay. Let's disable that. Disable that. Commands. Oh, here, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. This is actually probably not that bad. Window capture. Okay. This. All right. So that's my streamer bot picture of what I'm working with. So I'm under the commands tab, and I'm just going to let's add a command, and we're going to call it Spring Purse. Okay. And then when Spring Purse plays it, then what it's going to do, I'm going to have to alter the sound, but for the time being, I'm just going to grab the one that I built for the Much Rejoicing, select it, and so that's what it's going to do. I'll show you in a second what it does. So it's available to, of course, it's going to be all, if need be, moderators, subs, and me, right? Moderators, subs, just because they need to be able to do those sorts of things to be safe. And then user permissions is going to be, if I can find it. Oh, come on, you're in here somewhere. I saw it and then I didn't see it. Super, stylish, streamers, spazzy. Okay, so we've got 2 alphabetical lists that aren't meshing well. So it's in here. Come on, there we go, Spring Purse. So there we go. So the new command is !Spring Purse, and it plays the Python Much Rejoicing sound. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're not going to make it insano doable, so I'm going to give it... So I'm going to say, please no more than maybe... We'll go with... Actually, let's just go with a global cooldowns, and nobody can do it more than once an hour. Oops, not 600 seconds. That's 5 minutes. 12. My brain doesn't want to work today. Give me a second. If I actually use my brain, then it'd be 3600. All right. So once an hour, but you know what? Let's do it.
Larry Brown Sports has this update.
Sorry, I was asking my Google just because I was lazy. And, yeah. We'll just go with 1200 seconds. I'm lazy. That'll work. All right. So, it can only be used once every 1200 seconds. And we've got people that can do it. we've got moderators. I'm actually going to pull the subs out because that lets people that are sub do it. So we've got moderators, Spring Purse, myself, and that's it. Right? So that's how we do it. Nice and simple. All right. So I'm just going to make that hide.
And there was much rejoicing.
There we go. Instafix. All right. And one down. Okay. So that's how simple it is. If anybody wants a custom walk-on that happens to already be there, great. If not, I just have to find the file.
You don't seem very afraid.
You don't seem very frightening.
Hello.
All right. Welcome on in, Yellow. Sorry that the welcome thing is kind of forked. Heyo, Yellow. Yeah, the welcome on screen is a little bit busted at the moment, as I was explaining earlier. The reason that it's kind of busted right now is because there's been a variable change. So the old variable that I was using calls it a target user or target user name to get the display name. But the new format with the shoutout thing is it's like a target user display name. And you would think that it's simple to figure out what's going on with that. They'd be interchangeable, but they're not yet. So I have to figure out which pieces are using which format and then put in the appropriate converters by saying set this variable to be the same value as this other variable. It's kind of esoteric in some respects if you're not a code person, but it's not too bad all said and done. Okay, so we need to get a few more silk touches. So we're right back where we started. Yellow named Spring Purse is the hill champion. Ooh, now Swanky was here first. Nice. Now the reason that sorry.
Hello there.
Okay, so what's happening here that's getting me to laugh and stop mid-sentence is I've temporarily shut down the Twitch speakers, so you guys aren't hearing everything that's being said, but I didn't want to miss all of the chatter coming at me without hearing all my bot stuff. And it's helpful. Like, no bones about it. It's definitely helpful to hear all the stuff being said in my ear. However, the other side of that, though, yeah. Okay, let's just see. The other side of that, though, is I get the Spring Potato, the Swanky Potato, and Spring Purse used to read as Spring Percy, and then Yellow, it insists on including your number and the trailing letters. This one, that one. Alright. So let's see, we've got Slow Touch on those two. Need one on that. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have enough books, but let's get the books dealt with first. Do you want to sell me a bookshelf, mister? You don't do much of anything else. There we go. It would be kind of nice. It gives you 3 books when you punch a bookshelf, but it would be kind of nice if you could actually, if you bothered to go and put Fortune or something on it, and maybe you got a 4th book. That would be just helpful. But no worries. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 makes 5. Okay, so we need 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have enough for another pickaxe, so let's go with 6. Oh, give me one. Thank you. All right. Let's get these put on. Now, I know it's only efficiency 2, but when I'm looking for copper, it's not a huge deal, and I will put down a beacon. 3, 4, this troublemaker. Too expensive? What do you... What? Are you kidding me? What is too expensive? Fine, whatever. Okay. Then I guess I'll go buy 2 cheap pickaxes. Sure. Interesting. Obviously I put it on in the wrong order when I did it last time. 2. Can't seem to think today. 19... Actually, I will have enough. Okay, so let's see if we can get more. Hey, Benson, how goes?
Hello?
Hello. That's fine. Alright. So what I'm actually going to do is we'll take one of these. There. These should all have to... Oh! Gotcha. So these should all be silk touch. Except that one. But I don't have another book. So I think what I'm going to do is just take... I don't really care which one. Let's grab this one. Maybe a little faster. Sure. Alrighty. So we've got ourselves some tools. And we'll just throw them in here. Oops, that's the... Nope, that's the last one. 2, 3, 4... 5. Let's make the last one burn. Up there. Alright. Junk. More junk. Fish. And I'm above ground, so we need a bed, and I think that's it. I think. Put these away. Pardon me. There's a lot of hellos going on, so for those of you that haven't heard, I'm attempting to take some time and go copper hunting so that I have materials for my next project. But I'm going to need to take one of these with me, so I'm just going to steal this one. There we go. And we'll end up throwing the thingamajig in. Yeah. Alright, what else do I need? I have a bucket of water hiding in here? No, I have plenty of buckets though. Let's go with this. Grab a bucket. Fill up with water. Dirty beds kicking around. Nope. So I'm going to steal this one because I don't really want to be using this building anymore anyways. Alright. Good morning to everybody. Yes. Oh, we could probably do another quote of the day, unless somebody has met someone interesting in their life. Famous person, sorry. Not an interesting person. We all meet interesting people. Okay, let's see. So we've got a bed. A tool to start. Oh, I should put the good one away on here. Otherwise, I will break it. I'll put it over there. Let's do it that way. This one will just go up there. This way. There. Okay. Close enough? Close enough. She says yes. I'll regret not wearing that. That's the way it always goes. Alright. Thankfully we don't have to go very deep, and hopefully not very far. I haven't really decided where I want a proper mine, so I'm just kind of picking a spot and going for it. And I can start by going down the usual hole, which is probably a smart move. That would be sensible. But you know, me, smart move, sensible, since when? Let's see. I'd cheat a little bit and put on the cave layers and see what do we have going down. Oops, that's up, down. I don't really want a lava pocket in my face. More cave layers. Wow, I picked a real good spot, didn't they? Uh-huh. Okay, so I need to go quite a ways down. I really only want that. I guess in that case, where I'm standing is not so bad. Alrighty, but why waste time digging from up there? So basically I'm hearing most of the time that about Y47, Y48-ish is a good place to be doing copper hunting. So I figured, why not? Let's go with that. Just make sure I don't have any overhangs. I could go down the usual caves, but I think I'm just going to be a putz and just go down here. What have I got? Y level, really, 49. Well, okay. I actually wanted 48 or 47, so why not? Let's just go west from here. Go west, silly young lady. Already. Oh, bedtime already? Wow. I hope I actually have a place to sleep. There we go. Creepers galore! Yay! Boo. Okay, actually... yeah, I'm gonna regret not leaving that bed there. I should leapfrog 2 beds, but that'd be, you know... Chip flavors that don't exist you would like to try. I mean, these days people make chip flavors out of just about anything and everything. So, probably... oh, whoops, I went back the other way. Okay, fine. So you could probably... it doesn't even necessarily have to be a chip flavor per se in terms of like how the... you know what I didn't bring? It wouldn't necessarily have to be a flavor per se because chips often these days don't taste like much of anything. So you could probably have a chip flavor be just about anything you like. Kind of really, it's more the form factor, I suppose. So, there. If there is one that doesn't exist, or you don't know what to say for what doesn't exist, then okay, well yes, if there's a flavor that already exists you haven't tried, we could always go with that as well. So, Spring Purse, have you had baked potato chips? Those are yummy. Because, yeah, this is going to be an exciting day. Alright. I like those. Our President's Choice chips in Canada, like from the Superstore company, they, well, Loblaws, I guess, they, have experimented with quite a few really bizarre flavors. At one point they had cheeseburger. I think they had, what's the other one? They've had, like, something tasted kind of like hamburger helper, I suppose. They've had pierogi, which I thought was kind of funky. They had, I think another one they tried was like pulled pork. I didn't get a chance to try that one. Ooh, that actually sounds quite yummy. I'd be interested in trying that. And the other thing that some people do is they take flavors that already exist, particularly in the Pringles line. I mean, they have the ads where they suggest you could stack them together and you get different flavors. So if you tried Taco Pringles and you wanted a bigger kick, then you could always do the Taco Pringle and stack like a jalapeno Pringle on top. So they've had commercials about that, suggesting people put those things together. I probably should have. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Before I get too far here. Just gonna go back to the beginning and write it down where I'm at, because if I'm going to do a strip mine style, then it might be smart for me to actually write down where I'm at so I can get a roughly equal length hallway each time. Even stupid number. Where did I start? 2032, it's like a year. Okay, just writing this down. Minus 25, 14. And then the other one's minus 20, 32. Okay. There we go. Now that I can go ahead. ready. If you could have any flavor in the world and just have it magically applied to a potato chip as a delivery mechanism, interesting. There are plenty like steak or Caesar salad or jerk chicken, but most of the time they taste like a weird blend of potatoes, salt, and whatever the flavor is. I would agree with you there. That really does seem to be the case. 606, okay. I like potato. I like a lot of different potatoes, but I don't need everything in the world to taste sort of like a baked potato made out to be whatever the flavor is. Oops. 14. So each tunnel is 100 blocks long. And I'm going to go this way. Actually, do I really want to go that way? What's on the surface there? Doo-doo-doo. Under the train. Probably not the world's best idea. I don't really want things showing up in there, so let's go the other way. This way. Oh, there we go. With a creeper. Fun. Alright. So we really don't need everything in the world, like your baked potato. I'm going to have a baked potato taste like taco, because I mean, it's kind of a what do you call it? A chili potato then, I guess? Actually, let's go on the right on this side. So yeah, the internet's a liar. Because they said, or Google claimed that if you go to Y47 or Y48, that you're going to get the most large veins of copper that you've ever seen compared to anywhere else. I think it's crazy. Though if somebody wants to do that again and check, maybe I'm an idiot and it should be like negative 47 or 48 and I just read it as a hyphen. It's possible. I mean, with Fantastic Shock Fox's comment about everything tasting like whatever the flavor is with potato, then potato and salt added. I find some brands of chips are really non-flavors altogether. I don't really have a whole lot of lapis. Let's just grab some lapis because we're here. Why not? Keep saying I want more of a variety of blocks for my storage, so I guess the best way to get a variety of blocks for storage is to grab stuff while you're there. Nope, this one, that one. So, since we're distracted a little bit from flavors, I'll fill you in on what happened on the weekend. Now, most of you guys have heard this or read this because I do post a... Okay, great. So that's where I'm standing, meaning I should see it in the floor. 47, and then 48 would be the one eye level. That'd be cool. But I don't really care because I'm going to be turning into copper blocks. Where am I here? Okay, so most of you read this because I do post a fair amount in Dadcraft's Discord, but I had an interesting weekend. This story is going to be very slightly modified because I know the ending, or some of the ending. Oh, what are you, iron? And basically on Tuesday, I was all, yay, copper! I was all excited because I went to go see a musical. Happens to be Jesus Christ Superstar, but that's not the point of the story. Anyway, so I went to go see that musical with my mother-in-law. I was highly wound up that she was going to be incredibly bothered by the content. Suffice to say, she's a little more religious than I am. And so I was worried that she would be bothered by the content of the musical. So when I went out to, when it was out there, bad weather and all, and things were getting late and stuff like that, I thought, okay, well, I better park in a bit of a hurry. So, of course, pulled out my credit card to park, and as we got closer, I saw a big long lineup. And I realized, oh, wait a minute, I've got an app for this on my phone. And 16, 15, 14. Okay. So anyways, I've got an app for this on my phone. That's not a problem. How did I end up one level lower? That's weird. Yeah. Oh, I see, okay. My fault. Alright, got it. Anyway, so I figured I would skip the lineup. She was already waiting, you know, didn't want to make her wait too long, that sort of thing. So I just shoved my card in my pocket rather than digging around in my purse to put it back, which is precisely why I didn't, like why I pulled it out in advance on the way in, was purely so that I didn't have to worry about, purely so I didn't have to worry about digging around when there's a lineup and trying to use the cash machine and all that stuff. So she, oops, one block over, darn it. So, of course, I go to there and didn't think to put the thing back. Friday, I hop on an airplane. And as I'm getting on the airplane, I go to put my debit card away after buying my fast food lunch and discover I do not have my Visa card with me. Not remembering what I did with it on Tuesday, you know. So I was worried that I had dropped it or that I had left it somewhere, or as I have done on multiple different occasions, that I had maybe gone to do my laundry and the cards were still zipped in my cargo pants pocket or some such. But no, that was not the case. They were not there. I had messaged my husband and asked him to look for the cards, and no luck in a lot of my different clothing. Just no go. So I flew to a city to the west. Doesn't really matter west, but I mean, it's time change and all that. So anyways, flew out with no credit card. Not realizing at the time that if you want to rent a car, you absolutely, no ifs, ands, or buts, must have the physical credit card you booked with to be able to redeem your car. So that was going to be a problem in itself because I think Fantastic Shelf Box reserved my name, but either way, at this point it's moot. But yeah, they would not let me pick up the car. Now, the reason this became a problem is because normally people fly into the city where their destination is. I can't remember quite why. It was partly for headspace and partly for not having to have a hop in the flight, and it would be more direct. I had flown out to a city that was just over 2 hours drive from my final destination, which means that I had to use my debit card to pay for a taxi cab 2 hours. Now, it's Canadian dollars, but to give you a rough idea, by the time we added in a 10% tip, because the guy was completely taken out of his route, or his zone, I guess you could say, but by the time I did that, it was $330 Canadian with tax and tip. So that was bad enough. And then I was headed to a dance convention, and I was already really quite late. And when I asked the hotel staff, where's the nearest bank machine, they were not sure if there was one in the nearby liquor store, but they were fairly certain there was not one in the nearby grocery store, which is odd in the end because it turned out to be one of these superstores that always has bank machines in it. They were pretty certain this one didn't have it. So, of course, running late, whatever, I asked them to call me another cab, knowing this was going to be money. So, $50 Canadian out for like a 15 to 20 minute cab ride, and discover at the other end, to my absolute horror and chagrin, that there was not a bank machine. Not a bank machine, sorry, internet coverage. So there was zero data ability out there. I discovered a little bit later that I could get Wi-Fi from the hall I was working at, but that's only when the people who actually own the hall bother to turn it on. And of course the dance group didn't need Wi-Fi, but yeah. So I could not pay this second cab driver. Yay. So by not being able to pay the second cab driver, I realized I had to just swallow it and let us backtrack a little bit in the cab to the nearest place, which thankfully was more like less than 5 minutes away, but till where we could actually get enough data that I could pay him. And he agreed to, like I gave him, I think it was like $5 extra or something stupid, but he agreed to give me the ride back to the location from this spot where we'd had to go find coverage for free. So I was really spoiled in that respect. But anyways, by the time all was said and done, working at approximately another Canadian $100. So we've now looked at like the $435 mark just to get me out to the hall. Good news at that point was that there were plenty of dancers staying at the same hotel I was. So I had no issues getting a ride back to the hotel and a ride out to the hall the next morning and so on and so forth. But I was quite concerned about how I was going to get a ride back the 2.5 hours to the airport. And it turned out that there were other dancers at the convention who lived in that city, and they were all carpooling together and had an extra seat in their van and agreed to let me come back. So that was a big win in that direction. But yeah, it was a very unsettling, very stressful, and rather disappointing, rather disappointing trip in that respect, because I had no idea at the time where I had left the card. I had no idea if I should have canceled it. Was worried about potential fraud charges if I had dropped it in the airport or something. And so it really made it hard for me to calm down and focus on the dancing. I did manage to do so eventually. And then the next morning, I walked around and discovered two opportunities for bank machines, one of which was in the aforementioned grocery store, which kind of annoyed me, but it is what it is. So got some cash out, and then I also discovered via Google that there would have been, within 10 minutes walking distance, a 24-hour bank machine from a different bank company that I could have gone to the first night. Oh, lovely. Let's do this. There, now you can't come get me, haha. Sit through that hole, maybe. So yeah, that was the adventure of the stressed out person trying to travel. I don't travel very often on my own. I don't travel very often, period. But definitely not on my own. So it was quite disconcerting to me. These dance conventions are usually the only thing I go to on my own, and Fantastic Sherlock Fox is well aware. I usually take my mother. Now, she didn't come this time because she's going off to Vegas with a bunch of friends yesterday, I think she did. So she didn't want to go to the dance thing and then be all tired out and not be able to enjoy time with her friends, which was pre-booked before the dance convention, so yeah. I definitely would have gone again, but it just so happens that was a good thing I went, because it's the last one that's going to happen. After 30 of these conventions, slightly over 30 years due to COVID, the organizer has finally decided it is just far too much work for herself as a senior to be organizing this, and all the pieces it entails and getting everything coordinated and so on. She just is tired of it. There's just too much. And I can't blame her. At the moment, there's no one else willing to take over, but part of the reason for that is that there are other conventions across North America that these other dancers from the same area are willing to travel to, so they don't see the point in hosting one. The other thing is that due to COVID, not as many people were willing to travel out to this particular one. You really have two choices. You either fly, as I did, which is what a good number of them did, or you drive and then you have to take a ferry. So yeah, that was not on people's high list, because this time of year, your ferry crossings are rather, sometimes they can be cancelled, high waves and stuff, or other times they're just do you call them? Infrequent, I guess, is part of it, but it can be just sketchy timings and whether or not you're actually going to fit on the ferry and so on and so forth. And if you happen to target because you've got work or whatever, you target the last slot, and then your car doesn't fit on, you're stuck there with nowhere to stay. Like, they have no hotels near the terminal or anything like that. So you're really toast. So yeah, that was not a pretty scene. Now, doing the math on how much we would have spent on the rental vehicle. Oh, doing the math on how much I would have spent on the rental vehicle versus how much I did spend to actually take the cab. It's rough, but it would have been probably a third cheaper, I guess. Like once I subtract the cost of the vehicle rental from this mess, then yeah, basically I would have been like I can't remember what Fantastic Sherlock Fox said, it was 120 or 140 or something to go. Like, that would have been the vehicle rental, but of course it's plus gas, plus, X, Y, and Z, whatever. So there's always those different things to think about. Let's take that in a minute. And that was almost full, let's leave it there. So yeah, that's the way the adventure went, and I was none too pleased. But if it hadn't been the very last one, which I found out when I was there, if it hadn't been the very last one, I probably would have said, forget this and want to go home. Oh, well, thank you, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. Today's list is... It was. This playlist that I'm playing is from Stream Tunes, STREEM Tunes, for DMCA Safe Music. It's one that I like to use sometimes. Their playlist, it's their content creator playlist. And I like to use this Stream Tunes service. It's not the same thing as Stream Beats by Harris Heller. This one's Stream Tunes, which is a Canadian company that they still get notices on how many people are using the service and so on. And that by using it, you go to support they go to support charity, so to help small creators. So that's part of why I like them. Lovely Canadian company that supports charity to help small creators make ends meet is something that I thought was really a positive thing to do. You like this one? Fantastic Sherlock Fox. You like this one? It's a nice, hype, bouncy sort of feel. Because you hit it on the head. Tuesday evening slots are where I'm doing bingo, and it's a very chill, casual bingo compared to. Oh, water. Okay. Huh. It's a chill, casual kind of bingo compared to the way a lot of other people are playing, because a lot of others seem to enjoy. Doing time runs or speed runs to see how quickly they can get a blackout card. And that's not my forte, we'll say. But we will do some timed runs insofar as time-limited runs, meaning that we will set some time, probably approximately half the stream, just depending on when we get started with our card, and then see how many pieces can be found in that period. The more the merrier. And depending on my mood, there will probably be a prediction based on either how many deaths I'm going to have, or based on how many various items I'm going to find. So that's what Tuesday evening is. Fantastic segue. Fantastic.
And there was much rejoicing.
I'm curious, Spring First, how many times did you see the global cooldown warning before you did that? Or are you just much better at knowing... or are you much better at knowing your conversions in seconds than I am? I'm assuming the latter, but, Oh, okay. This way. Apparently I am in a lovely little water spot. And I went... Wow. Hang on a sec here. Oops, not that. Yeah, you're far better at that than I am. Okay. Hang on a sec here. I just got totally distracted. And let's put this one up. I was looking at 25:14, so I should have stopped at 26:14. We have a very long tunnel. Let's go back. I have torches, but that's fine. Just eat all the way. So anyways, I got into the story and did that. Yeah, I really liked my dance convention. It was really fun. The kicker for me, that stinks, I should say, is that wow, I used to be good at that. I envy you. I really do. It may sound ridiculous, but I do. The reason, in part, is that I used to be, in school they called it, the Gifted and Talented program, whatever it was. And I used to be a part of that. And I don't think I would qualify now, but I also believe that it would be related to a couple of concussions I think I had. Not think I had. I know I had those. But if anything, I think it would be related to that, simply because I don't remember things as well as I used to, and some bits of math are a little bit more challenging than they used to be. Although that doesn't explain why I didn't pick up on calculus, because calculus is the bane of a lot of people's existence, so I'm not the only one. In any case, that's where the bingo thing is headed. Is I will be doing bingo this evening your time. For me, it's going to be late afternoon. The joys of time zones. So far, we've got ourselves 23 blocks of copper. Now, of course, I can fortune that to more bits, but that's not super productive, but it's something to do for a little bit. Ooh. Is it just me, everybody, or did we not actually have a server reboot? Normally, we have a Java server reboot right smack in the middle of my stream. I remember because Zerk, who helped approve the timings, had apologized for it because he had, opportunity to choose something else, and I said that was fine. But I haven't had one today, which is a little, as I said, disconcerting. It's not a problem. It's just I had no excuse for a Lego break. That's what caught me. I'm like looking for the top of the hour going, where are my warnings? Oops, that's the right hand. I try to alternate where these torches go so that I've got a little rhyme that works for me. It's not about, being smart or forgetful or direction challenged, although I'm that too. But I like to look at it as it's left-hand side on the way out, right on the way home, so that no matter which direction I am, if I'm underground and get kind of turned around, then I can figure out the pun intended, right way home. In a way, it's kind of like when you use a compass in the Nether. Oops, this way. And you're using your torches to point your direction. So yeah, I totally envy your mental math. That's awesome. Our kids are qualified as smart in that direction too, but their challenge often boils down to, because they have that ability to be fairly quick with some things, they don't have the patience to do things like go back and check. They just assume they're right. Or they would rather rush it through and then do something else and go, yeah, I'm going to get a high enough grade on this that I don't really care if it's not all correct. So that's the one that we have to work on, is, I guess you'd say, a little bit of work ethic in that respect. But overall, they're pretty good kids. And we're pretty spoiled to have good kids like that too. Okay, what am I? Would it be easier this way? Probably. Then you guys can see what's going on a little easier. There we go. When I start leaving things on the floor, then it's time to start putting them away. So for those of you that do work with quality of life mods, a lot of people tend to prefer just things that change, mouse controls or whatever. And I've just added the lighting one as well. Part of it is being a very timid player. So by being a timid player, it means that I do not like having mobs being able to sneak up on me, which means a lot more of closing in the tunnels, but also, pardon me, but also just wanting to light things up. Oh, alrighty. This one, and bridging out and stuff. That's that. Backwards bridging for the lose. It's not a fan. Not a fan. Although the other side's lit up, so that's not too bad. When it's not lit up, I've had times where I've been out doing the backwards bridge portion of something like this, and I end up with finding unpleasantly that there's a skeleton out there who has an arrow with my name on it. So, being a chicken, that's not something I'm having a fan of, or am a fan of. Yes. In every language that doesn't make sense. Nope. Yeah. I probably should have had shears. That would have made sense, but oh well. Gold lichen is bone mealable. Oh, I guess I have another opening to the ravine that I didn't realize existed. Okay. News. One of the nice parts about having you guys read out loud in my ear is that I'm not reading Oswin's commentary, which is sort of nice, because if I try to read just the text in the screen, sometimes I miss messages because it got scrolled off by Oswin's, I don't know what you want to call it, balderall? I don't know. Anyways, it gets scrolled off by the bot's content, and the other times, I just get mired in it, and it takes longer to find your messages to read out loud anyway. I suppose, first off, oh, whoops, that's not what I want. Where did that bed get to? If any of you who play your own music while you play games have any tricks, I would definitely be interested. What I'm not looking for, I guess, one of the things I'm thinking of is that when I go to select a playlist in the morning, I don't always know what's going to be a good thing to listen to. It's I can get hyped up by the tunes that we play here, but that's the good part, because sometimes my mood when I'm starting isn't always matching the music that we've got. It changes as a result of listening to better music, but sometimes the mood isn't there to start with. And when I play by myself, that tends to manifest in the music I choose. Oh, well, thank you very much, Spring Purse. I really do appreciate that. Which means that now Spring Purse is the biggest fan. That biggest fan is slowly growing pretty big. I'm actually quite surprised. Right hand side. Left. Let's make this tunnel just at least over the one over my head so I can't get mobs jumping in. Because you could. Because you have points to burn. It's like people who have cash burning a hole in their pocket, right? Isn't that how it works? He's like, I'm not really your biggest fan. I just have a ton of points that I have nothing to do with. Wow. Burn! Well, I'm starting to wonder if this whole copper generation biz is probably to it now. The biggest fan redeem actually climbs. So it's got a... in the action in behind the points redeem. So you guys saw how I built Spring Purse's sound clip earlier. Yeah. So exactly. So it's designed that every time it's redeemed, it goes in and it sets the price of the action to be 5 points higher. And so at some point, if somebody really is the biggest fan, they're willing to pay the number of points that it's asking. And I saw one other streamer use it, and it was kind of amusing what happened. Somebody was just being a twit because they could. I mean, they really were this person's biggest fan. I think actually it might have been the person mod, so they didn't have as many uses for their points. But what they did was they actually did the biggest fan type redeem, and then the user just decided to keep on redeeming it till they're full of points. I'm like, that's just dumb. Like, don't waste your time on that. There are so many other things we could do with it. I mean, now that the Much Rejoicing has been turned into something private for Spring Purse, then I'll be in the I should say the market, more or less, for a new sound to put in there instead, right? I don't have to have a set number of sounds. I'm not hung up on that. But if something occurs, I just have been refusing to add new sounds. And I did it again. I had been refusing to add new sounds because I didn't want to have a huge, ridiculously long list. See, I get into a story and I completely forget what I'm up to. And then I forget that we are doing these tunnel things, right? Alright. This way. 1, 2, 3. Oops, wrong way. Whatever. Let's just stick it up there. Penicillin. I had breakfast, so you would think it's not one of those, like, need coffee to make coffee days, but apparently my brain has other ideas. There we go. At least we're going in the correct direction now. Yeah, so those points, or those redeems, I can make them climb. Yeah, make them climb by whatever amount automatically, which is quite nice. This makes it a little bit simpler, because when you start out with something like that, you don't know what's a comfortable spot for users to actually have something set at, and having that feature in the bot, being able to reset your price to whatever based on how it's behaving, makes it easier for me to underprice something new, and then if it becomes more popular, then I can have it either climb in price on its own, or have it climb to a point where it seems to settle out, and then I can always set the price permanently at that spot. Alrighty. But, yes. One of the things that I've been seeing, I've been enjoying watching a few other streamers. While I like bingo, I've also been looking for a few other little things just to liven up and brighten up some of the game offerings. Ooh, okay. Don't like that. And I've enjoyed a good bit of modded in the past, so I've been looking at modded packs. And one of the ones that's caught my attention has been Vault Hunters. So I'm exploring whether or not Vault Hunters might be something that I could bring to the table, playing it solo, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just sort of investigating at the moment. Thus far, what I've heard for feedback is that it should work solo, but of course you don't have as much high speed and high energy when you're on your own, because there's a bit more caution to it and over preparedness. Not like I don't do either of those, but just because when you're playing it on your own, you're aware that if something goes sideways, there is nobody else to rescue you. Which could be bad news bears and a lot of resets, so it's a bit of a slower grind. But it's just something that I've been playing with because it intrigues me. I was thinking of some of the maps and stuff I've seen people play, and they're just not grabbing me. I don't know about you, but I'm not any more interested in... Oh, okay. I'm not any more interested in 6,000 different, chickens or frogs or whatever to try and collect. It's the same sort of thing that personally had turned me off about say, Pokemon. It's like, you gotta catch them all. Well, no, actually, I don't. So, playstyles differ and all that, but yeah, so I was looking for something a little different, just for some variety. And that's also partly because sometimes there's things like this sort of grindy work that needs to get done before a major project can occur. And I just did not... Oh, okay. I just did not really want to keep boring everybody repeatedly with doing nothing but the grindy work. Here we go. 18, 17, 14. This wall. So yeah, exploring that one and seeing how it's going to go. And see whether or not it could be something for me. 2, 3. Okay, we're doing a turnaround. Let's put that up there. And I said I'd bring a beacon, didn't I? Glenn. But then if I did a beacon, I'd also need to be doing something that's not a too wide strip tunnel. Because, yeah, beacons and tunnels don't work too well together. But at least we're getting some of the copper. It's not much, but it's a start. But yeah, so anyways, that's where the directions are going. Ooh, I missed some on the other side, didn't I? Well, maybe not. Nope, we're good. So I've got another little app I'm running that actually gives me the chat over top of my game, so like a clear overlay that you guys don't get to see. And that one has a little sound. So it was sort of pre the chat text thing that I set the sound part up. I left it just as an overlap to see which format's working better for me, but it's kind of interesting to note when there's just... It makes a ding every time any chat message is played. I didn't realize that at the time, that I couldn't filter out my bot, but now I know. But in any case, the point to that comment was that there's quite a lot of dings, which implies that there's quite a lot of spam if I'm not also getting messages in my ear. So, trying to clean that up to make it a little bit more useful and not spammy for everybody. We'll have to see. Yes, thank you, bud. As long as you're not in the tunnel with me, I'm okay with you making your noises. I did hear that, canned ham. Grab more click, yes. An aspic salads, ooh. If anybody knows what an aspic salad is, I pity you. I like old cookbooks. I like trying, testing and learning old recipes. It's a bit of a conversation thing with family. I don't cook very often at all. Hardly ever. Fantastic Show Pots used to joke that he did the cooking and I did the baking. I'll be honest, in the last few months, electronic distractions have made it that he's done the majority of both, if not all of it. But that said, do I have, which one's this? Well, that's the good one. I really don't want to do that.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay. Let's just put that here. What's this? Is that the good one? Okay. This up there. Oh, it's the junky one. Put that one up there. That one up there. I'll hide this in case there's something interesting. Okay, what have I got? The do not touch row? Yes. Alright. While I'm here, let's put those away. And this one, those. It's organized. And that one. Alright. Back to see if I'm getting anything more. And dirt, you can go away. Alright. That one's not full, so this one. Feels weird that I've got extra spots, because normally when I do this sort of thing, I don't seem to have extra spaces. So I don't know what I did, but that's okay. Oh, hang on a sec. Triple check. Okay, good. Alright. I was on about something, I can't remember what it was. Sorry about that. Not trying to be quiet, but... Oh, recipes, that's what it was. So yeah, Fantastic Trevor Fox does the cooking, but occasionally I like to try old recipes. And I actually enjoy reading old recipe books, almost like books, just sort of flipping through, seeing what, for lack of a better term, seeing what the little church ladies are into. Is it nighttime again? Growing. Let's see what they would make. And some of these have like a jellied aspic salad. Now, I don't know about you, but as I understand it, the aspic stuff was like basically a gelatin, but it became all the rage, all the craze to be able to do salads with this stuff in it. The thing about it, about these salads, is A, they're usually pretty bland, because the idea was you could put whatever flavor you want, but B, people put all kinds of stuff in it that, honestly, most people I know wouldn't even eat. As far as I know, for example, please do not put poached salmon inside basically what amounts to a Jell-O mold, and put clear, flavorless gelatin around your fish. I don't care how decorative it... Oops. I don't care how decorative it looks. That's not going to be on my table. Or in my mouth. But, you know, sometimes you look at these recipes and you go, what were they thinking? And yet it was great for hosting back then. There's also the things that we go, oh, you know, Grandma made the most fantastic, I don't know, date bars or something. And you find out that, nope, she just used the brand name cookbook by whatever the company was that sold, you know, the best flour for the bars or something. And in some cases, they really are good products. Like, I'm a fan of, up here, we've got one called the Five Roses Cookbook, because there used to be Five Roses Flour Company. I think part of it with that is that they were also being inexpensive, right? Like, that's a lot of the big key, was not everybody had a ton of money, and some of these gelatins and stuff were great for being able to extend the food you did have. I don't mean extend the life, that would be gross, but extend the quantities by putting smaller amounts of things in stuff, like in their salads, and still looking fancy and decorative. At least that's my theory. Yeah, or is it how they say, that's my story and I'm sticking to it? It should be left. Yeah. I got it all wrong, but whatever. I'll go and fix that later. So, I have not put a single stack of copper into any shulker box, and we are sitting at 48. A bit of a loss, although I will admit two things. One, I did not choose the best picks At least they're diamond. I mean, I've done worse for you guys. Yeah, at least they're diamond. And their efficiency's something, but really, I should have done better. That's what happens when I come back from a trip and I don't think out the plan in advance. So, yeah. Just with all my original plan had been to think about and come up with the streaming projects while I was out on my trip. Just, stuck on the airplanes and stuff like that. And, didn't actually happen, as you can imagine. But apparently, it seems that if I attempt to complain about it and manifest, and the copper just manifests itself. Guess I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, huh? There goes another phrase from, our grandparents. I don't know many people that use that phrase anymore. But, you move on, right? And one of the things that I like about these Tuesdays, even though it's not exactly the most riveting visual content, and I'd like to upgrade that a bit, I think that the daytime slots are just generally chill. It works, but it gives me a chance to be able to talk to people. See how your weekend was, see what's up. People often try and front load a lot of their appointments because they don't really want to be there. Hey, how you doing, Stormy? Hopefully you had a good weekend.
Hello?
I know that you weren't doing all that great last week, so I hope things are looking up a little bit more this week. And, yeah, I'll be honest, even... Yeah, welcome on in, Stormy, exactly. Oh, good. I really am glad to hear that. Even though I was out of town, I have what some of you call FOMO, fear of missing out. That sounds funny, but kind of cheesy. And the resulting effect is when I was reading about things on Discord and so on, and people saying, hey, look at this great whatever it was I built. And I'm thinking, I'm out here, I'm enjoying the dance part when I'm actually dancing, but when I'm stuck waiting for something or, sitting in a restaurant or whatever, I missed you guys. And I miss playing the game. And hearing, and being able to, I shouldn't say commiserate, but understand, know, whatever, feel, I guess. I don't know. Some sort of cheesy word like that. When you guys are having bumps about challenges. Ooh, well that's good. Helps with bills and stuff to get everything a little bit more comfortable. I'm really glad that you got that turned around so soon. I didn't expect that because up here, if there's a payment to be made or to be paid out from court cases, it usually seems to take forever and a day. So I'm glad you got yours faster. That should take a little bit of the pressure off. And the endoscopy. I hope that I hope that the results come out in something really more positive for you, I guess, that they can help figure out why things are doing what they're doing. Oh, 13, well, whatever. Let's get out of here because I ran out of torches. That's good. It gives you a chance to look forward to a brighter end of your year with a little bit less stress. That's good. I also did... I'm guilty of this myself, so it's part of why I sometimes can see it in others, but I could also tell a little bit that the stress was slowly mounting because, I'll be frank, Mr. L, when he feels stressed, can be a little acerbic. That's, yes, another one of those ancient words. And so some days I actually was doing two things at once. Just listening to everything going on and not being super active because I didn't know what to say, you know? One of those days where there's not much one can say, and so I just didn't know what to say, and it was better for me just to not be there super active than to get myself in a whole world of hurt for saying things I shouldn't have, or vice versa. In any case, I'm glad things are a little bit smoother. That's a relief. Good, because I don't have the right words for it. And thank you very much for your patience. Kitty, are you still out there? We need another cat. Come on. I'd like some variety in kitties, please. I have enough I could breed them, but I'd like some variety. I'm sorry that it ever had to occur in the first place. Do you like salmon, kitty? Here you go. Ooh. Well then, you can now come with me, and we'll get you a name. I think I have another one of this kind of cat, but something about it being wild just feels good. Okay. Come to the kitty room. Oops, I guess I need a tag. There. Come to the kitty room. That just sounds weird. So we have, this would be kitty number 5, I believe? 1, 2... Oh, might be number 4. That's weird. This is 5, right. So this is the kitty who turned on and off. Okay, the cat who turned on and off. Okay, sure. Orf? Can't spell. Off? There we go. And that's not the correct way of doing it. Oh. Formatting is gonna bug me, but that's okay. It does the trick. Where are you? There you are. You're now the cat who turned on and off. And we will just take this sign down. There we go. So we're slowly making our way through the list of books. So this is referring to a series by an author named Lillian Jackson Braun, and she did a Cat Who series. So I figured it was a lot easier. The series has a lot of different locations, so every time you read a book, it's very unique compared to the previous one. There's not a set world per se. It's got a set number of characters with set jobs, but they don't seem to have a set world, which means then that it's challenging to try and do this sort of project, or like do something to reference the cats. So what my thought was then is just to name a whole bunch of cats after the various books. Oh, I need that. Hey, I made it over stack. Woohoo! Alright. There. Gravel. Well enough. I can leave that one behind. Alright, now let's see if in this room, do I have anything in there? Oh, the door open. Fun. Is there anything... Oh, that could work. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I want to do. I want... Oh, okay. I should probably have flown. That would have made more sense. There's the other 3. What I really wanted is this one. And this. Let's see, is there anything else I want while I'm in here? Probably not. Let's move those so I don't eat the fish. So you came in on a to-do mining day. Flying into things, there we go. What I was working on is just trying to find some more copper, because I definitely do not have enough copper to be able to do the next big statue that I want to put together. So I was trying to grab some more pieces, and doing it with efficiency 2 pickaxe and no beacon makes for a really long grind. But I didn't think about actually going to mine this stuff till after I'd sort of had my self-imposed computer cut off last night. And Fantastic Shot Fox helped with suggesting it. So that's where that one came from. Oops. What? Efficiency, mending, fortune 3, good. And then after this is done, I'm going to have to try and wax it, which involves some shopping, I suppose, because the bee farm thing was a definite no-go. It's within a chunk, but because it's not always loaded, the bees just disappeared, and after 3 rounds of that, I just said enough is enough. I am not chasing down more bees. It's not that it's hard, it's just if I know they're going to disappear on me, it feels really pointless. Really, really pointless. So I just didn't bother with that anymore. Oops. Doesn't make sense. Okay, sure, why not? So at least here I'll get as much as I can out of these ones. And I mean, it'll probably be one of those projects that this time is a little slower, just because of the lack of materials. I had thought about letting it oxidize, but in all honesty, the teal color that comes out of it, the green looking color, while it's cool for some purposes, I think on a statue would look really, really ridiculous. That's just my personal take on it. Okay. So only one. Do I care? 2, 3, 6, this, and that, and 1 extra. So 4 and 4. Okay, let's just do it this way. Oh, actually I don't really get the option. Okay, fine. That'll do the trick, sure. Alright, so, the reason I stopped the mining was because I ran out of torches. So I could make more torches, you know, which would be sensible. Which one are you? On-ish, turned on and off, okay. I could make more torches, probably sensible, and go back down. Or I could do something a little different, like laying some carpet and running supplies back and forth from that other little shack in here. Possibly finishing off part of this. Each. Not particularly sure what I want to do with that. So for things other than, for ores and stuff other than plain old stone, then they'll probably end up in the front, I think. This one and that one. Might as well put them in there for now. I don't have a real fussy way of doing things for that. Okay, let's go. That one in there, and that one in there because I can. Alright. The issue with doing the trips back and forth is I can only do a limited number of those before I start feeling nauseous. So, yeah, that's the big challenge. The carpet was kind of a rough go. Oh, that's what I did with the extra iron I had. I was like wondering where I put those. Okay. So as you can see, I was doing something with the sheep farm and never quite finished. What's in here? Nothing. Why is that up there? You can see I'm not always, as my grandmother would say, I'm not always orchiazed. Let's put this one and that one. There. Go. You ever have a day where you open a box and you can't remember what you came in here for? Probably that. Alright. So we're halfway there. What's in here? Oh, I just a few slabs, apparently. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see if I can ditch these anywhere. Nope. Yeah, sort of. Pardon me. Wow, I have a lot of dead shears. Huh. So pretty soon I will end up with a glut of white sheep. That's okay. Whoa, whoops. T. Hey-o to JBT. Right. I can spell. Good grief. There we go. Maybe that's why I dance with my feet for the weekend, because they don't have to worry about how to spell. Oh, and he's gone again. Okay. There we go. That's different. Put one more in there. Yeah, I've got a little bit of work ahead of me on those, I guess. But yeah, the running back and forth, I was doing a lot of these into the other building. They're all down the far side. And lots and lots and lots of dizzy back and forthness. So Fantastic Sherlock Fox and I are investigating how to solve that challenge, just because, as many of you are far too aware, that's something that I've been complaining about for quite some time. So I need to figure out how to solve that challenge. Put that in there. Really? Well. Oops. This one, that one, and these. There. That'll work. Close enough. Nice that we can do this sort of combining thing, but it does take forever. That'll do for now. Alright, what else have we got in here? Probably more shears. Can we take this pile? More shears. Oh, light gray. Well, that goes away. Yellow, and these, and that. Perfect. I can get these ones out of the road. Alright. This moving process is really slow. It's the way Glenn does it. There are definitely ways to go faster. That one, I don't, oop, not those. That can stay. This can stay. This and that. This and that. Okay, there we go. Hey kitties, you can come hang out in the church. So you're seeing two kitties that have semi-normal names, like Yum Yum and Coco. And Yum Yum and Coco are the two cats that belong to the main character in the Cat Who series. The cats are... Oh, sorry, the main character is Jim Quilleran, and he's a newspaper reporter. There we go. Coco, you can sit. Could read backwards, you can sit. And Yum Yum, you can sit down. So you have enough, I can easily just breed them all up. But if I can catch, while we're doing stuff until I've got no other projects on the go, if I can catch wild ones, then we're going to have a bit more variety, I hope. Alright. Carpets can stay. And ditch the yellow. Where'd the yellow go? Oh yes, I forgot. Our calendar did say that this morning. It has American Voting Day. And it had not occurred to me. Do I not have anything in that one? Huh. Interesting, I thought I did. What's this? Really? Okay. I'll have to hang on to those so I can figure out where the yellow went. That's pink. Or some fuchsia, magenta, gray carpet. Okay, so that means this row is light gray. Yep. This one? There we go. Alright. Hello, kitties. So the purple can come down there. I'm just going to throw a generic purple strip down the middle. And it's not just because I had purple. The pictures I was looking at showed red, but there was also a note from the guy who took the picture that said the carpet changes seasonally, and they did not mean spring or fall. They meant church seasons. And the Christian calendar has some pretty funky church seasons, which often have different colors associated with them. And growing up, one of the sash colors I liked best from my local pastor was when he wears purple one. So that's where this is coming from. I'm not particularly sure off the top of my head which season that was, so please don't ask just because I couldn't answer. But yeah. Most churches wouldn't change the carpeting seasonally. They probably mean like rolled out carpets as opposed to big chunks of carpet. And yes, this does look gaudy. But Dylan likes it, and it does somewhat help with the spawn proofing. Okay, fine. Then if that's going to be the way it's going to be, we'll do it this way. 1, 2. That way, and we'll take them to the end this way. Gives me a reminder I need to finish it, but it's not terrible. Okay, what else do I have? Do not need yellow carpet. Do I know where the yellow went? Lime, so yellow should be nearby. Nope, that's brown. Gotta go the other way. Green. Okay, that's definitely... Maybe I didn't put the yellow in here yet. I thought I did. Purple. Blue. Did I not finish the last rows? I just thought I had yellow in here. Or is that the stuff that ended up top? What I'm thinking is, I thought about, oh, hey, I'll be able to find stuff, no big deal. You just won't label anything. And as you can see, not labeling anything is posing a bit of a problem. Yes, definitely welcome back, Benson. Hopefully your Cairo went well. I think right now, this one's probably my favorite name. And this one is appropriately snotty, because to eat Danish modern sounds kind of high-end, highfalutin. On the other hand, could read backwards is probably a close second to the turning on and off. I think that's probably my second favorite cat right now. Alright, where was I? Distraction ahoy. So I'm going to have to put these guys away at some point. What I'm noticing is I was trying to do things without signs, but I think I'm going to have to go into the sign category, swap out the bottom ones of these, and just change the end to a sign. It's not ideal, as you can see. Oops. But it's actually not horrible now that I've got the upper ones there. And the idea gets across, and it actually helps me find things. I tried putting it up a higher, but it doesn't actually work that well. Would be nice, because if we put it up higher, it actually looks quite good. But if you have it against a regular block. However, up against carpet, it unfortunately insists on doing that. I don't have the opportunity to make it sit flush. I mean, logic says, yeah, that makes sense, that it shouldn't sit flush, but the floaty McFloaterson thing over top of the trapdoor just doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me. That's why it's got to be the bottom, unfortunately. But yeah. So there's a lot of moving in stuff to do, and I'll probably try and do as much as I can off camera. Where are we here? I wanted... 3 and D, there we go. Okay, I wanted to finish up. That's where I put all the other pieces. Okay, I had another one. That, thinking aloud is confusing. Confusing. But it's all in a day's work for Confuse-A-Cat. Sure. That one up. was I doing here anyways? There's something I wanted, now I can't remember what I wanted. Facepalm. It's like I'm going to do this, and then I completely forgot what I was doing. Well, I guess it's a time for a quick pause for a hydrate, because, yeah. Apparently I need coffee to think this morning. There we go. And that's probably more than the half ounce that a hydrate would give, but sure. Okay. I think putting up signs and stuff... Oh, I know what I was doing now. Yay! Putting up the signs and stuff is apparently quite critical because I'm losing my place so much. Do I have... I just had stone in something, and then I went and put it away and misplaced it. Okay. I think I want a smooth stone for this one. I'm gonna fake the lecterns. Probably use some extra smooth stone, so I'm just gonna throw these back in the top. Oh, actually, to save myself hassle, let's put one of these down there. Anywhere. Let's put it here for now, sure. Then I can make blocks. Shift, not control. Eight. Really? Fine. Oh, and that's not even what I wanted anyways. Yeah, smooth stone doesn't look very good. That's not what I wanted. I was thinking of a polished stone, and I can't remember which one it is. Let's see. Polished. That one, andesite. Okay. And I do it over here and be cheap about it. Indeedly do I can. This one might need two. Do I have... Nope, I don't have any anvils kicking around. Got the materials to make one, so it's fine. Bill. Just want one. And... no, something's already... Those will be useful. Keep forgetting what I need for a lectern. Slabs, one bookcase. Gee, we know where we're going for that. Alright. Because I want to make this the main house, then we're gonna go this way. Expensive. There we go. And fly. Oswin, you are such a noisy git today. Actually, are you guys up front here leveled up totally? Oh, I don't have you. Oh, you're not a book guy. Book guy. Actually, you're already leveled. Let's see. Where are you? Nope. No. No. Close enough, sure. Alright, make the lectern. Pardon me. Here we go. Let's see who wins this round. Ooh. Well, it looks like it's going to be... Ooh! Fantastic Sherlock Fox with... flail. Wow. Okay. Not sure how you managed to flail with the violin in your hands, but sure. Oh, the planty. Yeah, Yes, Fantastic Sherlock Fox and his Planty. Okay, let's put this one. Nope. That's a very good point. Okay, let's go. We need a stool. Another one of those. That'll work. I have no idea what all of these pieces are for in the church photos I was looking at, but it will do nicely. Okay, this one, I want it, like, I still want it on an angle, but it just doesn't quite look right, so I might have to put some more around the side. And let's put, yeah, the lectern's going to be square on, which is kind of too bad. I really want it on the corner, but that looks really ridiculous. Back again. Let's finish this all the way around with a pair of those. And maybe a couple more of these. Actually, that's not too bad. I keep thinking out loud and then not moving anywhere. Like, that's not helping. Okay. That and that. Oops, not this one. That. Stairs. Sure. Take this one out and put it around the back. Or the other side, I think. One. And we'll pull this one. Yep, I'm short. Nope, not happening. Nobody's getting yelled at from the dais by me today. Oops. F5 might help, not F4. Let's get out of my own head. Okay. It's gonna work a little better, I think. And in all honesty, I'm gonna have enough eventually. So let's just take half of that. Even numbers, please. One, two, three, four, five, six. Sure. Those. That'll work. If we can get this section out, we're good. It's mirrored on that. This one. There. Oops, I don't think I need that one. And then this has to go up again. Because you can't see over. I can stand on it. Sure. I'm just curious what that looks like. Oh, well, not horrible, actually. Alright. I can't remember my keys today. That's just not helping. This whole symmetry thing, I kind of wish I didn't have an addiction to it. It would be nice, but... Oh, okay. Close enough. I'm going to end up redoing that anyways. Alright, so that and that. Sure, okay. So that's really just a matter of signage and putting things away. So let's see what I've got. Okay, those are the easy ones. Some easy ones, but like last. What have I got? White. White. Wool. And they're not really easy to see, but I don't think anybody else really needs to see them but me. Yeah. Oops, and we're at noon, actually. So, let's just finish this one up. And head on out. So you can see where the idea is going with this. We're going to get a lot of this done. Hopefully, and move things in, and then I can tear down that other building. More of a cleaning up behind me sort of thing. So, as I head out... can't smart the focus today. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking if I'm going to be coming down the carpet rows, I might be smart to try and get myself some... I don't have soul sand boots, so that's not going to help anyways, but... You're very welcome. Yeah, I will never catch all the copper I'm going to need, so it'll be some time. We won't have a ton of them, but yeah, Tuesday mornings might be copper stream for a little bit. We'll see how it goes. It might even be moving stream. We'll see how that goes too. But in any case, I want to say thank you to everybody that came through. Let's see where we want to head today. Well, I think we're going to do our usual, and we're going to touch base with Gruva and head on out to see him. He's still doing Minecraft. Not sure particularly what he's doing in Minecraft, but so I'm going to start that start that raid, and then say my thank yous before it heads on outwards. If the tech wants to cooperate.
Mischief managed.
There we go. Okay. So, I want to say thank you to Fantastic Sherlock Fox and to Benson for coming on in, to Spring Purse, and congratulations on having your new command. Thank you very much to Swanky and Yellow as well, and to Stormy Owl. If I missed anyone, please do understand that you're very appreciated and very welcome, and I hope you had a great weekend. I will be back. Where is the thingamajiggy? I don't have a lot of time here. Okay, next week. There we go. So the next stream this evening, it's right on top there, will be Bingo Night, and we're going to start it at 7 p.m. Eastern. It just happens to be 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And it's going to be the casual bingo stream. So if you got the time, feel free to drop by. If not, I will see you guys again tomorrow for some whatever Wednesday. So please do give Groove our best, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Transfer complete.